There is a yellow armchair in Anna Reeves' living room that does not belong to Anna anymore. It used to, before a small cream British Shorthair named Biscuit was found walking alongside a country road at dusk, wet from a light autumn rain, weighing 1 pound and 11 ounces, and heading directly toward Anna's headlights as if she had been waiting all day for someone to finally show up. That was 8 months ago. The armchair belongs to Biscuit now. There was no transfer of ownership. No announcement. She simply decided, on her third day in the house, and Anna has not been allowed to sit in it since. Anna Reeves was 29 years old and driving home along Willow Lane on a Thursday evening in late March. She was not in a bad place. She was not in a particularly good place either. She was in the kind of quiet, ordinary stretch of life where nothing particular is happening, which is the kind of stretch most people don't make stories about. The rain had just stopped. Her headlights caught something small moving on the edge of the road. She slowed the car. She almost kept driving because the shape was the size and color of a fallen leaf, but then the leaf walked directly toward her. She pulled over. She got out, and what was sitting in the damp grass looking up at her was not a leaf at all. It was a kitten, a cream British Shorthair, no older than 10 weeks, with round amber eyes and a coat the exact color of a shortbread biscuit, which is how she later got her name. She weighed less than 2 pounds, according to the vet the next morning. She was alone. There was no litter nearby, no collar, no sign of a mother cat, just a tiny round face and a decision already made. Because when Anna crouched down and opened her palm, the kitten did not hesitate. She walked directly into it. Here is the first thing you need to understand about Biscuit. She is not a small animal who happens to have a personality. She is a personality who happens to be a small animal. She came into Anna's cottage on a Thursday night, and by Friday morning she had already chosen her favorite drinking bowl, her favorite spot of sunlight on the kitchen floor, and her opinion about the neighbor's collie, whom she could see through the living room window and whom she disapproved of on principle. She did not meow for food. She stood next to her bowl and stared at Anna with the patience of a queen waiting for a slow servant. And on day 3, she claimed the yellow armchair. Anna had been sitting in it reading a book. Biscuit jumped up onto the armrest, walked carefully across Anna's lap, sat down on the book itself, and did not move for 42 minutes. When Anna eventually, gently tried to lift her onto a cushion instead, Biscuit walked back to the armchair, curled into the exact center of the seat, tucked her mittens beneath her, and closed her eyes with the finality of signed contract. Anna sat on the couch that night. She has sat on the couch every night since. The armchair is photographed in 3 separate frames on the wall now. Anna does not own it. She rents it from a cream British Shorthair at the price of her own former piece. This is the kind of quiet comedy that deserves to be shared with anyone who has ever lost a chair to a cat. I see you're still watching, but you haven't subscribed yet. I'm not going to pretend that doesn't sting a little. Hit subscribe. You're going to want to be here for the story about the pigeon. Biscuit has rituals. Every morning at 6:48 a.m., she walks across Anna's pillow, places one paw on Anna's cheek, and stays there until Anna gets up. Not 2 paws, not a full step, just 1 paw. It is the most polite form of aggressive wake-up call ever invented. At 7:15, she reports to the kitchen. At 8:30, she inspects the back garden from the window ledge, chattering at specific birds and ignoring others according to a social ranking only she understands. At 11, she takes the first of her 5 daily naps. At 4:30, she supervises Anna's return from work from the top of the bookshelf, which she is technically not allowed on, and which she has been on anyway every single afternoon for 8 months. At 9:45 in the evening, regardless of what Anna is doing, Biscuit walks to the bedroom doorway, sits, and waits. This is, apparently, bedtime. Anna has tried to negotiate. Anna has lost. She has strong opinions about visitors. She likes the postman because he brings cardboard boxes and she considers every box a personal gift. She dislikes Anna's cousin Rob for reasons that remain entirely unclear, and she leaves the room the moment he arrives. She tolerates children, fairly, and only if they are quiet. She adored the plumber who came in August because he sat on the kitchen floor to fix a pipe, and she considered this the correct posture for a human in her presence. British Shorthairs are sometimes called the teddy bears of the cat world, but Biscuit is not a teddy bear. Biscuit is a small, cream-colored monarch who believes she is being extremely generous with her affections. Stories like hers are the kind the world needs more of. The pigeon incident was in July. Anna had left the back door open to let in the summer air. She was in the kitchen when she heard a sound that was, she would later say, one of the strangest sounds she had ever heard come out of a living creature. She walked into the living room and found Biscuit sitting in the middle of the carpet, tail flicking slowly, with a live pigeon about her own size standing 2 feet in front of her. The pigeon was calm. Biscuit was calm. They were apparently having a meeting. Anna froze. She reached very slowly for her phone. She managed to take one photograph that she has sent to exactly no one because nobody would believe it anyway. After about 90 seconds, the pigeon simply turned around, waddled out the back door, and flew away over the hedge. Biscuit never moved. Anna asked her, out loud, what on earth had just happened. Biscuit blinked slowly at her, got up, and went to sit in the yellow armchair, as if the answer were obvious. Then there was the Christmas tree in December. Anna had spent 2 hours decorating it. Within 11 minutes of being left alone with it, Biscuit had removed 3 baubles from the lower branches, placed them in a neat row on the carpet in the exact center of the living room, and sat next to them with the expression of an art critic unveiling a collection. She had not broken anything, she had simply rearranged. Anna put the baubles back. Biscuit took them down again the following morning. After the 4th attempt, Anna left the lower branches bare. That is, she has been told by a friend who knows about cats, called negotiating. It is also called losing. Anna is 29 years old. Biscuit is 8 months old and weighs exactly 7 pounds and 4 ounces, most of which is attitude. She still sleeps in the yellow armchair. She still wakes Anna up at 6:48 a.m. with one single paw. She still has opinions about the neighbor's collie, opinions which have not softened with time and which she expresses with a small, judgmental chatter whenever the collie crosses the front lawn. Anna has never figured out who Biscuit was before that evening in March, whether she was lost or left or escaped, or simply decided on her own that Willow Lane was the road she was meant to be waiting beside. Because here is the quiet truth about some animals. They do not arrive so much as they appoint themselves. Some cats do not need to be rescued so much as they need to be recognized. And some small, cream-colored kittens walking along country roads at dusk are not lost at all. They are on their way to the house where they have always been meant to live, waiting patiently for the right set of headlights to finally come around the corner. Did Biscuit find Anna, or did Anna finally show up on time? Tell me in the comments.